What is going on, everyone? MikeO back with another SGC submission reveal video. 62 card order that I'll be sharing with you today. Mix of stuff as usual per my SGC reveals if you've seen them in the past. We're going to have a variety. We'll have stuff that's 100 years old. We'll have stuff that's only a few weeks old. We'll have some items from various sports and such. And I've got some cards from some fellow collectors. So, 62 total cards. Got a couple for Lee, a couple for Brian, a couple for Michael S, and some for Big Scott. And then a stack to the right of mine. So, let's get into the reveal. As always, after you watch this video, feel free to comment down below and let me know what some of your favorites are, some of your favorite sets, and what your overall thoughts are on grading. A lot of this is going to be stuff that's graded just for people's collections, so they're going to make various choices. Me as well. I do have a stack of stuff that is being graded to be resold, holdered to be resold, but a lot of this is stuff from my personal collection. So we're going to get started with a couple cards for Lee. Lee is a San Diego Padres fan, so he sent in a couple Fernando Tatis Jr. cards. This is a 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary X-Fractor. X-Fractors are one per box. So for a very large set, they are fairly tough to get. They're relatively inexpensive considering the difficulty and the cost of pulling the player you want, but they're pretty cool looking. Got a 9.5 mint plus on the Tatis. And then also sent one in from 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum. And that X-Fractor of Tatis was also a 9.5 mint plus. So a couple nice looking Tatis cards. Him and the Padres on their way to the 2024 MLB postseason. So it'll be interesting to see one of those teams that's kind of been flying under the radar this year, but playing very, very well, specifically in the second half, after a couple years of larger expectations. All right, we got some cards here for Brian. So we'll share what Brian has here. He has a 1990 SI for Kids Tony Hawk. This one was slabbed and authenticated. Just labeled as authentic, minimum size not met. So very common with these SI for Kids cards. Tony Hawk. I'm a big fan of these old school Sports Illustrated cards. I like to pick up some of them from time to time. They can be a little tougher to find, specifically in a solid overall condition. And while that one's only authentic, it presents really well in the SGC Tux. It was a 1997 Skybox EX2000. It's a Derek Jeter Star Date 2000, 8.5 near mint plus on the Jeter. We've got a 1989 Mother's Cookies, Ken Griffey Jr. That one received a 6. There's a look at the front and back. Obviously rounded corners on these, but I mean, it looks pretty solid just at the quick glance. I'm sure Brian will be a little bit disappointed in this one. It's a 2011 Topps Update, Diamond Anniversary, Cognac in a 6, EX near mint. Obviously for a 2011 card, I'm sure the expectations are closer to an 8 or 9. Obviously always hoping for the 10. So the Paul Goldschmidt rookie card from Update. So usually if it's a 6, it probably has some sort of surface issue, maybe a little minor indentation, something like that is a possibility. Going to be a little harder to spot once it is encapsulated. 1983 Topps Tony Gwynn rookie card. The Gwynn rookie receives an 8. I mean, just looking at it quickly, I'm guessing some centering issues, top to bottom for sure, a little bit left to right. Otherwise, fairly clean Hall of Fame rookie card. 1969 Topps Decollage, Bob Clemente. So that Roberto gets a 5, so not too bad. Playing days, Clemente in a 5. Presents great. I mean, the card looks awesome in the holder. Then we've got the very popular 1989 Fleer Error of Bill Ripken. Little note on the bat knob there, and that is an 8. This is a tough card. I've sent a bunch of these in the last couple years that I happen to be able to pick up raw. I think the best I've done is a 9. 8's very common. You can see a little bit of white on the corner and such. A little bit of edge issue there. But again, great looking card. And honestly, every time, I'm guessing these are for Brian's collection, but every time, if I get one and I'm sure it's an 8, I'll still get it slabbed. Because that's a very popular card. You put it up for sale, you're getting immediate offers, and eventually it will sell. It's a 1968 Topps Tom Seaver, 5.5 EX Plus on the Seaver All-Star Rookie card. Just a really nice example from early in Tom Seaver's career. So those are the cards for Brian. I thought overall he got some pretty nice cards there. So, Brian, hopefully you're fairly happy with those. All right, we got some cards here for Michael S. And we did have one that was not holdered. And I need to reach out to SGC because they messaged me about this one. And I swear they told me that it was being graded. But it came back ungraded. So I need to reach out on that. Unfortunately, very busy week and unavailable during the day, but tomorrow I should be able to give him a call. Just a sweet postcard of Hank Greenberg. And there was a stamp attached to it, and it is no longer attached. So I need to reach out to them and clarify what I was originally told, and then even ask, like, hey, since that's no longer attached, see if there's any kind of compensation or something. I don't know. We'll have to reach out about that. But Michael, I apologize for that. The rest of Michael's cards, he's got a 1963 GAD Fun Cards, George Washington, little sport shorts card there in an SGC 9. So pretty solid grade there for a card from the 60s. Got a 1908 Columbo Cigarettes, George Washington, Royalty and Celebrities card that received a 1.5. I mean, an item like this from the early 1900s. You just want one that presents well, looks great, and gets holdered up. So I anticipate Michael's not too overly concerned with the numerical grade, but I mean, I think it looks awesome. Here's a 2003 JML Incorporated Barney Pelty Jewish Major Leaguers. That's the silver. That received an 8. So an SGC 8 on that one. A little bit of choppiness on that bottom. But that's another great addition to his Pelty PC. And then another George Washington, 1960 Golden Press, George Washington, Presidents. That one received a near mint 7. That's again, presents really well. Pretty common for the 7. You're going to get some slight paper tears usually on those edges. All right, we got some cards here for Scott. Big Scott 35. He's got a 1991 Impel WCW Sting. Card number 9 in the set, and an SGC 9 mint. Yellow borders on that card definitely complement the black gasket in the SGC holder. So nice one there for Scott's collection. Then he goes a little Ginter crazy here. 2013 Topps Allen and Ginter Nelson Mandela Peacemakers Mini insert. That received an SGC 9 as well. We got everyone's favorite pizza reviewer. 2014 Topps Allen and Ginter Mini parallel of Dave Portnoy. That is an SGC 10. So, nice one there, and I feel like there's a good chance Scott's putting these Portnoys up for sale. Don't want to speak for him, but I'm sure they may end up on eBay. I had one of these, and I think I sold the base card a couple weeks ago for like 65, and there's not a ton on there. So this is a 2014 Topps Allen and Ginter, Dave Portnoy, the base Ginter, Gem 10. So a couple nice ones. The mini is probably even harder to get. So if I were Scott, I would list that one a little higher and then just eventually let the offers roll in. This is a sweet card. 2014 Topps Allen and Ginter, Kennedy and Lincoln, Coincidence, Gem 10. Couple very popular former U.S. presidents. And then finally, we got a couple of these Roy Campanella's 2024 Topps Living. Beautiful card from the Living set. 9.5 Mint Plus. And a 9.5 Mint Plus on the second Campanella. Card 713 in the set. So those are the cards for Scott. And then wrapping it up, at least half the order is my stuff. So we'll go with some PC stuff first, and then I'll show off some stuff for sale. I got some modern stuff and some old school stuff. A few of these were picked up at the National. Some of them came from auction houses. This one I had sitting around, figured I'd send it in. It's a 1909-11 Colgan's Chips Kitty Bransfield in an SGC 2. So I'm happy with that one. For the collection, I did have, these next two are actually reholders. 1940 play ball, Maury Arnovich in a 5. Love these old school play balls. Yeah, I had a couple where the cases were just damaged beyond belief. Like you just, sometimes if there's just slight scratches, you can clean them a little bit and they look presentable enough to keep, but sometimes they are beyond repair. And then for the Diamond Stars set, it's Ethan Allen from 1936 in a 5.5. So really nice. And I think the Allen, actually came from the National, from a National purchase, but there was a crazy huge scratch in the back. So got that. This is a purchase from the National. It's a 1909 Colgan's Chips, Johnny Bates, square proof. So that received an SGC 1, so thrilled to get that one. Encapsulated and identified for the collection. Always nice to get another one in. Get something else that you didn't have. And then when you send stuff off for grading, even though SGC is relatively quick, I mean, order was only out a couple weeks, it's always fun to have them reintroduced back into the collection. So super thrilled with that. Finally have this one in the collection. Another one that my buddy Ed had on me, but finally was able to acquire one of these. Pick this up raw at the National and send it in. Got it slabbed and encapsulated in the collection. It's a 1947 Bond Red Del Ennis in a 4. I already had one with the squared corners. That one's just in a top loader because most places will not slab it. So, sweet Del Ennis. Love that photograph as well. And a couple more that I had sitting around. These came from in a big lot that I had purchased online. 1936 Detroit Times sports stamp, hand cut. Just slabbed as authentic. Chuck Klein for the Chuck Klein and Phillies PC. And then also from that same set is Jimmy Wilson, who was a former catcher and also a manager for the Phillies. So happy to have those. This was actually a flea market purchase. I got a couple graded ones as well. This is a 1936 Topps Bazooka Connie Mack all-time greats in a 5. Think I have a PSA 6, so I might just move the PSA 1 and keep this SGC. Good old Connie Mack. And then let's go through these ones. I mean, listen, If you see a Von Hayes in a video, you know you're seeing yourself a nice either mail day or grading reveal. This is a 1990 King B Von Hayes Gem Mint 10. So that I'm actually super thrilled it got a Gem 10. This is a type of item when it was purchased. I mean, I would have sent it in even if it looked like an 8. Obviously, if it was completely destroyed, I probably wouldn't bother. But Gem 10, thrilled for the Von Hayes portion of the Phillies collection. This one I just got slabbed because I think it's an amazingly beautiful card. If you're a Phillies fan, if you're one of my Phillies friends, I mean, this is not an expensive card. Stop what you're doing, pause the video, or keep it rolling. Go pick this sucker up. You can get it on ComC. You can get it on eBay, perhaps. It's a 1995 Topps Stadium Club Darren Daulton Ringleaders. So that's a really nice card there. Got a 2011 Topps Lineage Ryan Howard stand-up in a 9.5 Mint Plus. So a nice Mint Plus on the Ryan Howard. Next up, I got a group of Ranger Suarez Topps Living cards. So just wanted to make sure I had a Gem 10. Had a few that I thought felt pretty confident I'd pull in at least 110. I think I sent like 5 of them, so a number of these will be hitting the eBay store. But 2024 Topps Living Ranger Suarez Gem 10. He has struggled in the second half. Absolutely dominating first half of the year. Then had a little, what appeared to be a minor injury, but it has really set him back. Has had a big time struggle in the second half. So hopefully he gets things together, but he is still an absolute fan favorite. So probably no issue moving those. So there's another Gem 10 and a third Gem 10. I just traditionally get one of every Topps Living Phillies card slabbed for my collection. So there's a Mint 9. And finally, a 9.5 Mint Plus. So overall, did pretty well. Pulled 3 10s. Threw in this Ashburn. I pick up a lot of the numbered Ashburns and had a couple red ones that I really wanted to send in, but they just have a lot of imperfections, so decided against it, but did send this black one in. I thought it had a chance at a 10, maybe more realistically a 9.5, but they gave it a 9, so it's a Mint 9. The Trois Cream Black Refractor serial number to add a 10 from 2023. Chrome Platinum. There's the numbering there, 5 of 10, but still a beautiful card. Happy to have it in the collection. Sweet Chase Utley from 2011 Topps Lineage. That's a 3D insert of Chase Utley. Mint 9 on that. And I got a couple of these Japanese cards from 2013 Sega Card Gen. It's Chase Utley in a Mint 9. You can see some numbers and write-up in Japanese on the back, and also sent in from that same set, the Roy Halladay, which also received a Mint 9. So black borders and such, fine with the 9s. Just great to have an oddball type of card that you don't see every day in the collection. All right, couple more. So some of these are duplicates, so a few of these will at some point be sold. I did not dig out the ones I had already gotten graded in the past, so I just kind of sent this stack in, but this is from 2006 Konami Powerful Major League Baseball. It's a Japanese release. And a Gem 10 on the Bobby Abreu. John Lieber, Gem 10. Very confident I did not have one of these slabs. So John Lieber, really nice career. Best known for his time with the Cubs, where I believe he made an all-star game, definitely approached 20 wins, if not winning 20 games at one point. I had a couple years with the Yankees as well, and only pitched for the Phillies for, I think, 2 years. But, he won 17 games to 1 year. He was pretty good. And then 2007, I believe, he was on the team, but got hurt. So he did not participate, in the second half of the season when they made their first playoff run. Here's the Ryan Howard from the set in a 9.5 Mint Plus. Pat Burrell, 9.5. a second Bobby Abreu in a 10. And then I'm very confident I already have a Rollins graded. Just want to double check the grade, whether it was a 10 or not. So Gem 10 on the Jimmy Rollins. So some fun cards there that you're not going to see every day. Other than this bottom card here, the rest of the stuff are items that will be placed up for sale, either during a live sale or the eBay store. But this is a 1965 Topps Joe Morgan rookie in an SGC 4. Actually just sold an authentic copy of that card, and it just got shipped out this morning. Here's a 1961 Post Serial, Hank Aaron. It's a hand cut. It's authentic, minimum size not met. One of those cards that's probably not really worth any more slab than if it was just raw, but it does make it easier to sell, especially on something like eBay, where the condition can be scrutinized so much. And this way, at least you got it in the holder and you say, hey, this is the condition. I mean, I always definitely add a bump to it to cover my cost of grading, and most people would rather buy it graded. Here's an authentic altered 1954 Topps Jackie Robinson. Unfortunately, there is a little pinhole here, and even more unfortunate is for some reason it was circled and like erased. I don't know what was going on with that, but otherwise this would be a beautiful, beautiful example. But pretty clean back overall. I mean, a little edge wear, of course, but that one will be popped up for sale. I already have one of those with a bite out of the corner of it. That one's in the PC. This is a 67 Topps Willie Mays in a 3. Beautiful Willie Mays card. Another Willie Mays, 1968 Topps in a 4.5 VGEX Plus. For some reason I've come across a bunch of those. Hank Aaron from 66 Topps in a 1. Again, the biggest of stars, just to me, I like getting them graded, even if I'm pretty confident they only will be a 1. And even if I have Mickey Mantles, what's easier to sell? A card that's beat up like this, that someone's afraid is, you know, perhaps something that was not legit, or just getting it authenticated, even though it's bent to hell, missing pieces and such. So that'll make it easier to move. So that's a 64 Mantle Authentic. And then a 67 Topps Mantle, also authentic. It's seen better days. But it also has a story to it. Probably in an album. Well-loved. Also got an authentic altered 58 Topps Ted Williams. So again, if you're just looking to add an example of this card, well, cheaper than what a numerical grade would cost, there's an opportunity. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. Obviously, off-center top to bottom and seriously off-center left to right. I mean, if that was well-centered, I mean, because it is sharp and the color is really nice on it. So 5.5 from SGC with that type of centering tells you something about that card. So beautiful 69 Hank Aaron. Got this 1954 Topps Phil Rizzuto in an SGC 2. Scooter. A modern Phil Rizzuto. It's a 2023 Topps Chrome Platinum Superfractor 1 of 1. Phil Rizzuto received a 9.5 Mint Plus. If I had to guess, I thought it would be a 9.5, but I also thought it had a chance to be a 10. If it wasn't at least a 9.5, I would have been a bit disappointed just because it's really, really nice shape. And I really dig the superfractors of these old school guys that don't have 8 million superfractors over the years. So that's a sweet one there. Then I have a couple Ginter Chrome autographs from a few years ago from 2021. It's a Nolan Arenado refractor auto. Gem Mint 10 on the card. Gem 10 on the auto grade. And then a Ryan Sandberg from that 2021 Allen & Ginter set as well. This is the orange refractor, serial numbered 7 of 25. It's a Gem 10 on the card, Gem 10 on the auto. So you got to love that dual Gem 10. And then the final card from the order is a 1989 Catico discs. And that was slabbed as authentic. It's a Mike Schmidt. And this at one time was in really great shape, but unfortunately, as you can see, probably through the mail issues, but is starting to separate there. You can really see it there, and I guarantee that is why it was graded as an authentic, which it is what it is. No big deal. It's the type of card that is not exactly all that valuable, and I'm sure there will be someone who will comment and say, why would you grade that card? It ain't worth anything. But it's fun to grade some stuff, slab some stuff, and especially the odd stuff, have it in your collection that way. So that's why you do it. Whoever's cards they are, they're entitled to do what they want with them. So that's it for the SGC 62 card reveal. Appreciate you guys watching. Comment below. Again, like I said earlier, let me know what some of your favorite cards are. I'll be reaching out to those who were involved in the order. And I still really enjoy using SGC. As you can see, even for my collection, a mix of stuff, some oddball stuff, some really old stuff, some really new stuff. So, and you know, they might not get quite the premium of a PSA, but to me, they're quick enough and close enough in price that I seem to do fairly well with them, especially with the older stuff. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one. See ya.